We're at the skate park. Yesterday we went to Open Drift and it was a fucking shit show.
It was.
Mostly.
It really was. It was like, I was hyped. I was like, this is gonna be a good video. We're gonna like fucking shred the E36 for the first time. It's gonna be fun. I got my girlfriend and like her sister out there. Family's coming out. Like,
Mom brought all the snacks.
Yeah, I know. We had like a pop-up tent, a bunch of like folding chairs, snacks. We had a cooler and shit. It was like, hell yeah. And then it was not a good day. The E36 broke after maybe like 5 runs. See, my thing was I was trying to get my U-Haul trailer back to U-Haul by 5 p.m. So I was like on the freeway, just mobbing ass. The stupidest thing in the world broke on my car. It was on the technical course, which is like the shitty little one where you do a donut and flip around and shit. The guy says go. I'm like, okay, I'm about to go. And I smashed the throttle in first gear to start doing a donut. Boof! All this coolant shoots out from under the hood. I'm like, oh fuck, my car dies. And I just like roll off into the gravel.
I can't wait for Riley's comment on this video.
Yeah, I know. So I get back into the pits, pop the hood, and just a radiator hose popped off. I was like, oh, sick. So pop the radiator hose back on, tighten it down, pour some water in it. But in the process of popping that radiator hose, the little hose that goes to the the overflow, like the little overflow hose that goes back into the reservoir, there's a little nipple that comes out of the top of the radiator that the hose goes over. And I just kind of grab it to like move the hose just slightly, a little bit of pressure, it goes, breaks the little plastic nipple off.
Nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do about that except replace the radiator. And it's just a little tiny thing that just went, broke off. I mean, we tried to like quick steel, like fix it with some JB Weld, shit like that. No, it didn't set. It was a bad time. The E36 kind of sucks. Like, I'm sure as a chassis it's great, but it needs angle, it needs a handbrake. I feel like I'm just starting to get sideways and then I'm spinning out, so it sucks. All it needs is some angle and a good handbrake, and I feel like it'll be really good.
Maybe I've got a little bit of footage of my driving
yesterday.
yesterday.
Better throwing that fucking clip of me shredding.
Oh yeah, DJ drove my car, so that was sick too. We just need to build DJ like a purpose-built drift car like mine.
All my experience comes from Assetto Corsa, driving perfect cars. Yeah. So all I need is a perfect car.
I'm just gonna throw in a couple clips from that day, and then we're gonna do a little Q&A video today. We're gonna post a picture on Instagram or something and ask for people to ask us some questions, because we haven't done a Q&A in a long time and we got nothing else to film, so we're gonna do that.
Damn, that was a good tap, dude.
Hell yeah.
That was just the right amount. Hell yeah. That was a good one, dude.
Yeah.
Backed it right up to it. Right up to it. That happened. Which seems innocent enough, except for that is the little stub that should be coming out of here, and it's no longer coming out of there. So the second you start, it just starts pissing coolant out of there. It's not good. It's not a good situation. So classic E36 plastic coolant or cooling system. I'm glad it wasn't like the water pump or something, or the thermostat housing cracking. It's like a radiator's easy enough to replace. But we're gonna throw some quick steel on that and see if it works. I really doubt it's gonna. I gotta go, but Quinn's gonna let me rip the technical course real quick before I go, which is sick. It's just like all those fantasy cars that I drive in virtual reality. It's crazy.
If you have a drift car that's meant to be a drift car,
yeah.
pretty easy.
That's the secret. Where do I pull in?
All right, I'm posting the thing on Instagram. Says something, but you can't really read it because my phone's absolutely jacked up.
Vibration.
It just says we're about to film a Q&A. Ask us some questions. We'll do the very first comment. Nobody comments.
No.
By _DJ_stanky _ would you ever buy an Evo if you had the money?
I'd buy an Evo 8 and just try to make like 800 horsepower if I had the money.
Sick.
Fuck a Evo 10.
I'm not very into Evos or anything like that, or all-wheel drive cars, but I guess it'd probably be cool if I had the money. All right, to make this more interesting, I'm gonna try to do a trick with every question we ask, or every question that we are asked. So for the first dude.
JV24D. His favorite S13 build?
I would have to say that shirt's tucked in coupe.
Oh yeah.
The tan one with the silver bumpers.
Bowden from the Fellas Network. Bowden's
It's a lot
S13
like
is
that.
sick.
It's a lot like that shirt's tucked in one. If you guys don't follow the Fellas Network on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, you guys should because they're tight.
Dougie_do with 3 O's. What do you guys do for fun besides car stuff and guff? That was a good question, and remember that I'm a boring person.
You don't do anything.
I play Assetto Corsa and I hang out with my girlfriend. I don't know what else. What do I do? Sometimes I sit around and go on my ukulele, but that's about it.
I like to skate. Like we're skating right now, so obviously. I like to play video games. Battalion. That's the new game that is like, it's a lot like COD 4 Pro Mod, so if anyone ever played COD 4 Pro Mod, shout out to you because that game was like super sick. That's pretty much it.
Is DJ ever gonna do any cool shit to the 4Runner? No, because it's my mom's. What's going on with all the extra cars in your driveway?
Okay, so there's a Saturn Vue in my driveway, which is just, it was the family car basically. What is that?
My sunglasses sliding down the hubba.
Sick trick. I had a Saturn Vue. It was the family car, but the battery portion of the car like went out.
It's a
like,
hybrid.
Yeah, so it's like half engine, half battery, and the battery
All car.
took a shit, and it doesn't work anymore, and it costs like $3,000 to replace the battery, so we just haven't got it taken out of the driveway yet. Then I have an Explorer that I'm not really sure what's wrong with it. My dad knows the whole deal with that, but I think that's kind of just down the drain too. We just got to get out of there. Where my parents' Saturn Sky is just their daily driver, and also the Mazda CX-7, is that what it is? And that's just the other family car. And then DJ's BMW, my 240, my 8.6, and my truck. And then my neighbor has a couple cars, so there's a lot of cars there, but the only ones that don't work are the Saturn and the Ford Explorer, and kind of the 8.6.
Jake MX5 asks, what kind of deodorant do you use?
Okay, I used to use this really sick deodorant that isn't produced anymore, and I'm super bummed about it. It was I forget what it's called actually, but it had like a really light blue cap, and it was like the freshest shit ever, but they don't make it anymore.
Is that the stuff that smells like Gatorade?
No, that's what I use now.
Degree Sport for men, hit me up. Send me some free deodorant. I'm a smelly boy. Are you going to State Line Drift this year?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go to State Line, but it's a bummer because I didn't realize it, but I was told yesterday that grassroots season starts that day.
Damn, it's rough and tough out here being a drift boy. _Jandra asks, when will you drift your dad's Sky?
That's a good question. I think that would be fun to do a video on, but I don't know if my mom would ever be like down with that happening. Kind of her car, like she drives it everywhere and like it's her baby. Not about the skid life like my dad is.
Oh, I feel like this is actually a good one. It's could provoke some answers and some thoughts.
I love provoking thoughts.
KIALL_Kyle. Plans for the summer car. Plus, when is the next meet? I think he means the coupe.
Yeah, so I plan on building a coupe next after the hatch. I'm gonna drive grassroots like I was talking about in the hatch this year, and then throughout the year I'm gonna be looking for a nice clean coupe shell that I can like really clean up and make like a really proper nice drift car that I can compete either in another round of grassroots next year or maybe Pro-Am. So that's the plan. This year, drive the hatch, grassroots, and then off season next year, pull the JZ out of the hatch if it lasts that long, and then bigger turbo, ECU, shit like that in the coupe, but the same engine, and build like a really nice drift car. So that'll be this coming off season. I'll be building that. That's the plan.
Strictly Skids without the I asks, dream builds?
Well, honestly, I have both of my dream cars. Kind of. They were my dream cars at one point, but like I'm moving on a little bit. I really want to have a R32 sedan, like some tiny ass wheels and just super low and sick. Probably with a JZ and nothing like really crazy. I think that coupe I was talking about is another dream build of mine, where I just do everything proper and make like an actual like really competitive drift car, kind of like what Caleb did with his S14.
I kind of have like 2 dream thingies, just because there's 2 different styles that I like so much. But like I really want to have like a sick, like I love kooky S14s. It's all I want in life. But I've always wanted to have a turbo V8 and something, just anything. So I feel like dream motor
like
and
the FD that we saw.
Yeah, like the FD, that's fucking sick. Turbo V8s are sick to me, and then I love kooky S14, so I figure, okay, a turbo V8 and a kooky S14, what could go wrong? This sounds amazing. But I also like just really dig like fucking low, tiny wheel, like shout out Tiny Wheel Gang on Instagram, just low as fuck. Not a lot of people do small wheels on S14s, but it looks sick, so more people should do it. I feel like it's got to be like a little
13-inch wheels with a fucking turbo V8.
Yeah. But I just feel like if you have like a sick ass low, like styled out car, like it has to just go like wah, 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 wah. Like it has to be just like a little back road burner, you know?
All right, we've got 218 comments already within like 10 minutes, so sorry if we don't get to your comment, or your question. There's just no way we could do that. But I closed the picture and opened it again, and it shows like people that we follow who commented. And Skids, the More Skids meme page that nobody knows who it actually is, he said, "What's happening with the IS?"
Ooh. I feel like I don't give a shit about telling people my plans anymore, so I don't really care about secrets. I'll keep it a secret just for the fun of YouTube, but I mean, like, I'll keep the full details of my plan under wraps, like what I'm doing in the future. But I have to let you guys know that the era of the IS300 is coming to an end soon.
But it's gonna mean sick things.
Yes.
It's gonna mean that DJ's gonna get a drift car that's like an actual drift car.
Yeah. And I'm also gonna get a car that I've always wanted to own, but I've never really wanted to own, you know?
Yeah, you guys know what it is already.
Yeah, just from that. You already know what it is.
Yeah, check out Skids if you don't follow him. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, used to be pretty funny shit back in the day, but...
Yeah, where's the content, man?
Yeah, we were relying on you to make us feel good about ourselves, that a meme page existed about us.
Jawcreation_2 asks, are you going to wrap the 8.6? Yes, sir. I'm going to do that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to wrap it purple, like a deep purple, like it was already.
Oh, yeah.
And Mason up at After Hours Supply Co. has got our backs on the wraps, so that's the reason I'm not going to go with paint. I know paint, there's like a lot of paint purists, but it'll be just so easy to wrap it, and it'll be cheap, so that's the plan. All right, MC Supreme asks, favorite pro skater and why? And my favorite pro skater is Dylan Reeder, but he's dead now, so that kind of sucks. It actually sucks a lot.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah, he just had like the best style ever, and like anyone who watched him skate would probably have to agree with that. R.I.P. Dylan.
Rest in peace.
What about you?
Ah, dude, probably Tony. Dude, I haven't followed like skating and shit like that and like watched videos in a long time. Yeah, Simon Banro.
Lingy. Nick_SGP asks, who are your favorite YouTubers?
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, dude, I should have done some research, written down some notes.
Yeah. Off the top of my head, I watch a lot of Caleb Quanbeck. Any video that the fellas put out, Fellas Network, I watch that. Hoonigans, they got some really fire content and they're always posting, so that's nice. Chris Chan is good.
Yeah, true. Like all our friends and stuff, like Riley and stuff.
Yeah,
like
of course,
we
Riley, Backyard Bill.
Yeah. Probably, dude, I watched some weird stuff out there. Bigfoot YouTube channels, conspiracy theory YouTube channels. Then there's like cars and like people do like weird science experiments in the garage. AVE is great. He's like Canadian and always like taking shit apart. He's like, oh, that's the doodly doodle right there. Oh, keep your dick in a butt. I recently subscribed to this YouTube channel that is only mouse traps. Yeah, and it's just like really inventive, weird ways to kill mice.
Pinocchio Hontus 00 asks, is the Beamer just a beater, or will you give it some love with a wide body kit, fancy wheels, big wing, or something like that?
The idea with the E36 is I just want to buy something quick, throw something together real quick, show people how cheaply you could get into drifting, and get some seat time in it, and then move on. And currently that's still the plan, but I don't know, I might, you know, make it right and decide I love it. But really, there's so much stuff wrong with that car as it is. Stuff that won't be worth it to me to fix. Now, probably it will never become a great car.
240s exist.
Yeah, plus 240s and stuff like that exists. You know, you never know till you know, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Daddy Disco says, who would win in a game of skate, Quentin or tommyfyeah? And I think I would win.
Oh shit, we're gonna have to fly to the East Coast.
Yeah, that's the call out, Tommy. Ricky Stees says, the 40 changed your life. When you first picked it up, did you think any of this?
You think any of this?
Nah, I knew that me and DJ were gonna like make videos on it, because that was kind of like, I was like, holy shit, this is a cool car. We could make some cool videos on it, and that'd be fun. And we could like show our friends or whatever. But definitely didn't think any of this would happen. Like, didn't think we'd have like 100,000 subscribers, and didn't think the 240 would look like it does now and stuff like that.
I knew all along.
All right, Josh_Didi, my little brother, says, when are you gonna make a video on your brother's dope Miata? And I think we could actually do that. We're trying to get into car reviews, probably, just to keep the content flowing. It'd be cool to just review his stock Miata. Come down from Bellingham, Josh, and we'll do it. Also, we got some really sick plans for car reviews coming up. Some like awesome, not like drift-related cars really at all.
Some shit.
Just really interesting
one example of a thing that we're gonna do soon that will probably be the only of its kind on YouTube.
Yeah, and which is gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait. It's like coming up too. So I think it's like next weekend. That's probably gonna do it for this video. Hopefully we got to some good questions. Sorry if we didn't get to your question.
Sick wind.
Yeah, sorry about the wind noise too. Sorry we suck at skating. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.